No mask, no filter, no shame.
Don't mom me. No. You had your warning, you had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit if you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom.
And the first post is a mother that is cutting her daughter's hair because she has been naughty in school. And regardless of the fact of you thought like this was the best discipline route or the best discipline really road to go down with your child, but that just shows me that you haven't dealt with trauma. That just shows me that you resent your child. That just shows me that regardless of her father, whether the father's in the life or not, you still have pent up resentment towards this child and the way that she looks beauty, and you feel like she's took your beauty away from you. Real talk, true season. Don't worry, I'll wait, and I want everyone to comment below. What do they think of this parenting tactic? What do we think of our young people being able to go to our parents and trying to look for openness, trying to look for understanding, trying to look for maturity, trying to look for questions to be answered, but not for that, for your mother to come and give you trauma, for your mother to cut off your hair. And this is a time where we need to understand how we are parenting. I'm parenting underneath lupus, so sometimes there's days that I don't want to do things, guys. I'm tired. My son is fully active 24/7 every day, up and down. And sometimes I just want to put my hands up and say, forget it. I don't want to do it today. But it's up to me to have the patience. It's up to me to be present. And there is going to be some days that we allow them to watch television or we allow them to play with their little tablets and all the rest of it so you can get things done. And that's okay. If you need to clean up the house, if you need to go and cook, but being present with your child, being able to sit down with your child and having an open conversation and saying, what's going on in school, darling? Why are you acting like this? I've told you several times that there's going to be consequences to your actions if you keep going on down this road. That might be taking away something that's personal to her, material things, whether it's a phone or a tablet. That might be sending them to bed early. That might be grounding them to a point where they can't go out to functions and can't go and see their friends. They can't go online. These are the kind of things that young people feel passionate about now. To chop off this young girl's hair and send her to school doesn't make sense. Help me make it make sense. Take a look at this video. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Who want to cut up in school repeatedly and get bad grades and don't want to listen and be a class clown, and now we're going to give him a reason to cut up. This is his new haircut, and depending on how he act, it will be dependent upon I leave it in there, because he going to school tomorrow. I'll give you a ride tomorrow to make sure you make it. I ain't even no catching no bus. Buddy, you going to school. You can bet that. You can rub it all you want to. This your new style.
This is another video of a father cutting his son's hair because he's been naughty in school and getting bad grades. And once again, it's the same kind of case scenario in the sense of this father as feeling like, yes, I'm going to be the demanding one. And you feel like by cutting off his hair is going to allow this guy to be able to feel some understanding of, all right, cool, I'm going to get good grades. Maybe he's suffering with dyslexia. Maybe he's reading and writing and it's not great. Maybe you need to sit down with your own child. Have you done reading? You might have not done great at school. Maybe it's about time that you go back and educate yourself so you can educate your son so he can feel confident about himself. He's obviously doing something in school where he doesn't feel confident to be able to learn the work that he's actually learning. Not shave off his hair and embarrass him even more. Not shave off his hair and make him get bullied. Not shave off his hair and give him trauma. Not shave off his hair and make him feel like I can't even come to my father because my father is just going to discipline me in a way where I don't understand what you did. You've just cut my hair for having bad grades, but maybe my brain couldn't compensate. Maybe my mind couldn't focus on what it is that I was trying to do. Maybe I need a little bit more time. Maybe I'm the type of person that's not academic, Dad. I'm a little bit more practical. Have you sat down with your child and understood why he was behaving badly? And if you haven't, and if you said you have, then maybe your child don't feel open enough to have these open conversations. A lot of our young people don't have open conversation with you parents because you parents don't allow them to. As soon as they ask you about your past, as soon as they ask you about your trauma, as soon as they say, why you keep shouting, don't talk to me, I'm your mum, I'll tell you what to do. Same thing with dad, I'm your dad. Everybody wants to jump down their back. So how are they able to grow? How are they able to understand if you're still dealing with trauma? If you're still dealing with unhealed behavior? If you're still got in a relationship with your mother, with your father that is not healed, if you've gone through life feeling like your life has been hard done by and now you've got children, you're reflecting that same kind of energy where your child is not able to grow in the right way, in an open mind, having an open household to a point where they feel nurtured, to a point where they feel cared for, but at the same time they know that they can do wrong, they can make mistakes, and you come to me and we fix the mistakes, but not to a point where when they make a mistake, we make them have even more trauma. This is something that really touched me. And as I said, this page is going to be more like about highlighting parenting skills, parenting tips. Parents, this is what you can do as a tip. First and foremost, have open relationships with your child. Have these open conversations. Sit down with your child, get to know what they like, what they don't like, what's their interests. We talked about scenarios a lot. We talked about tips that you can do in the sense of just bonding with your child, going out with them, going to do activities, making sure that you're having that time in the sense of unity time. Maybe that's sitting down at the table, having dinner. Maybe that's having movie nights, family nights, engaging your child for board games, or maybe just educating yourself to know what they need for their wants and needs. These are small tips, and it's about how we start and how we grow together as a community. This page is going to be more highlighting about the things that we can do and leaving tips. And I want you guys to also leave tips below of certain things that you've done. If you've got a great parent, or you've had a great parent, if you're a child, or if you're a parent and you've got great tips, please put it in and comment below. Because it's about growing each other, not about putting each other down. I'm not here to put down this father. I'm not here to put down this mother. Obviously, they're suffering with trauma. Obviously, they're suffering with some sort of toxicity that they haven't dealt with. And sometimes, instead of just shooting them down, sometimes maybe someone could send a message towards them. Maybe someone can reach out. Maybe one of their loved ones, sisters, brothers, someone in their family can reach out and say, I see you. Because sometimes that's all we're missing, for someone to say, I see you. I understand that you're working hard. I understand parenting is not easy. There's no rule book, there's no manual. I understand these things. But then that means you need to seek that help. You're not alone. But what's you guys' thoughts? Comment below. Watch the full video on my YouTube page. Comment, like, and subscribe. No mask, no filter, no shame.